One word to describe competing for SFU is tradition.
My word is success.
Determination.
Experience.
Inspiring.
One word to describe competing for SFU is excellence.
It is family.
Passion.
My word is pride.
Opportunity.
My word is patriotic.
I am Sophie Swan.
I am Adam Jones.
I am Peyton Smith.
I am Justin Guerin.
I am Victoria Saunders.
I am Braden Charlton.
I am Michaela Guerrero.
I am Graham Miller.
I am Christine Howlett.
I am Adrian Vanderhelm.
I am Michelle Waters, and we are proud to be on Canada's NCAA team.
Good afternoon, everyone, and thanks for watching SFU Women's Basketball on Clan TV. I'm Steve Frost, coming to you live from the West Gym atop Burnaby Mountain. I'm sitting in for Howard Samura from the VarsityLetters.ca, who's unable to be here this afternoon. The Clan women's basketball team's 3-game homestand continues in just a few minutes when the team hosts the visiting Cal Baptist Lancers. We will have more on the visitors from Riverside, California in a moment, but first here's a quick recap of what happened on Thursday. Simon Fraser opened the home portion of its schedule 2 days ago against the Hawaii Pacific Sharks. 5 players scored in double figures in that game as SFU shot 54% from the three-point line, but that wasn't enough as the team lost 82-76 to Hawaii Pacific. Now Simon Fraser shot 13 of 24 on three-pointers in that game, and in the second half they were on fire. They were 8 of 12, and that enabled them to keep pace with Hawaii Pacific, which dominated on the inside. The Sharks grabbed 13 more rebounds than SFU and outscored the Clan 40-20 in the paint, and that was the big difference in that contest, and Hawaii Pacific handed Simon Fraser the loss in its home opener. Now the 5 players who scored in double figures in that game, well, they were led by Jessica Jones, who was 5 of 8 from three-point range. She also grabbed 5 rebounds, and those 16 points led Simon Fraser. Up front, Taylor Jackson, she had 13 points and 6 rebounds and grabbed 2 steals. Sophie Swant, who is enjoying a new role with the team this year, she's moved into the starting lineup after being a bench player and an energy player in seasons past. So we'll keep our eye on Sophie Swant as the season progresses. She had 13 points in the game and 6 rebounds. Nicole Vanderham, a transfer student, she's in the starting lineup. She had 12 points, and in her first game in the West Gym, freshman Kendall Sands had 10 points. She was 2 of 2 on 3-point field goals, 2 steals in 23 minutes. With the loss, SFU's record drops to 2-2, and the Clan will look to bounce back today against Cal Baptist, led by head coach Jared Olson. Now, the Lancers opened the season at their own Conference Challenge tournament, which the Clan participated in as well. Cal Baptist defeated Cal State San Marcos 80-63, but lost to UC San Diego 78-64. So their next game, Cal Baptist and SFU played each other, and Simon Fraser won that game by 10 points, 78-68 in that contest. So Cal Baptist enters the game today with a 1-2 record overall. And they're led by 4 players who average double figures in scoring, led by Lexi Ram, their guard forward. She's a sophomore, 5'10" sophomore, and she is averaging 16 points per game and also shooting 41% from the three-point range. And Ani Olatu Orari, That's will be a challenging name to say. She's scoring 16 points per game for the Lancers, and she is their leader. And the other player I want to mention is Tori Mitchell, the forward. She is averaging 15 points and 9 rebounds for Cal Baptist. So that's it for the pregame show. We'll have the anthems and the player interactions, so stay with us.
University Choir. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we do ask that you please rise and please remove all caps for the playing of the American and Canadian national anthems. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to meet today's starting lineup, beginning with the California Baptist University Lancers. Starting today, number 3, Lexi Ram.
Welcome back to SFU Women's Basketball on Clan TV. Today's game is live streamed in HD on YouTube, and you can watch it at athletics.sfu.ca/live. We're running through the starting lineups for both teams. For the Lancers, Ani Olada Oari, she's a freshman guard. She's wearing number 3. Number 4 is Lexi Ram. She's a guard forward, a sophomore. She's 5'10". Number 11 is Emma Marigoli. She's a junior guard, 5'6", from Edgewood High School in Madison, Wisconsin. Most of the players are from California on the Lancers roster. The center is number 22, Tori Mitchell, a 6'1" senior, and number 33, Blazing Varnado. She's a freshman forward. Now for Simon Fraser, the starters are Number 4, Nicole Vanderham. She's a guard. She transferred to Simon Fraser after a season at Santa Clara. In her number 5 is Taylor Drynan. She's in her second year with SFU, a 5'7" point guard from Spokane, Washington. Taylor Jackson is number 12 up front. She's a center, 6'3" junior. In her second season with Simon Fraser after transferring from UC Irvine, she averaged 13.5 points in the 4 games so far this season. Up front in a new role is number 21, Sophie Swant. She is averaging 12 points per game, a 5'11" junior from North Vancouver's Argyle Secondary. And the freshman Jessica Jones out of Richmond's McMath High School. She is also in the starting lineup, number 33, averaging 11.5 points per game and shooting 33% from the field on 3-point shots. And the game is underway quickly with Swant getting the layup off the tip to give out Simon Fraser a 2-point lead. Now at the top there is Lexi Ram. She is the 3-point shooter for the Lancers, so we'll keep our eye on her. A deflected ball goes out of bounds and it'll be a turnover, and Simon Fraser will take over. That's Drynan, number 5. Jones around the outside now, top to Swant. Drynan. Vanderhelm is in number 4, goes inside to Jackson. A right-handed baseline turnaround misses, and back come the Lancers. Quickly up the floor, there's a 3-point shot, and that's good. Number 11, Emma Marigoli, the junior guard. We're going inside again to Jackson, a little handoff, and Vanderhelm cutting through the paint, gets a shot off, but she's fouled. And that foul is charged to Lexi Ram. And Vanderhelm will go to the line. Now Vanderhelm is shooting 7 of 12 so far from on free throws, so a 58% free throw shooter so far this season. That's not great. She's got to get that up into the 80s. She's averaging 10.5 points per game. And she makes that free throw, and it's 4-3 Simon Fraser here in the first quarter. Ram holding the ball, being guarded by Swant. Top of the key inside. Post, and that one is scored by Tori Mitchell. So the Lancers out in front, 5-4 early in this contest. Vanderhelm to Jones on the outside. As Tia Sang has checked into this game, and the 3-pointer from Swant is good. So Sang checked in for Taylor Jackson, and Lancers are going inside. They're taking advantage of that mismatch on the inside, and Blazing Varnado scored that one. Jones around the outside. Going inside to Vanderhelm, a little jumper, that's good. Little baseline jumper. She was left open, so she's a little bit quicker than her check. Obviously, SFU coach Bruce Langford sees something in that matchup that he likes. There's Mitchell missing, Vanderhelm with the rebound, and back comes Jones. A little dish handoff to Swant. She loses control, and on a scramble, the Lancers come up with it. Number 3, Anna Olada Owari. And that goes nowhere. Drynan to Jones. Inside to Swant, back outside to Sang for the 3-ball. Misses, and the rebound comes down in the hands of number 33, Blazin Varnado. Ram inside. Little spin move from Varnado, misses, and then gets her own rebound to score it. 9-9 is the score in this one. Of course, Simon Fraser won the earlier contest by 10 points when they played down in California. And there's a 3-ball by Drynan as Simon Fraser is flexing its three-ball muscle. Drynan is a 40% three-point shooter for SFU this season. They go inside, and that ball scored by Mitchell. Tori Mitchell led all scores with 25 points in the first meeting between these two teams. Jones' pass picked off, and then it's dropped by Ram, and Vanderhelm comes up with it. She's fouled, but she's able to score the basket as she's going down. So she'll go to the line as Jackson's getting set to check back in for Simon Fraser, along with Caroline Veek for the Lancers, and Sang will sit down. So Langford gave Jackson a quick rest. He probably had some things he wanted to point out in the game early to make sure that Jackson was aware. So that's probably why he pulled her out for those couple of minutes. There's a missed shot from Olari. Simon Fraser, Jones, hand off to Drynan, looked for the three, drives, puts it inside, and it's all the way out to Vanderhelm in the three-point line. She misses, and on the scramble rebound, the foul is getting charged to Sophie Swant. And that's her first personal foul. Owari bringing the ball up the court, along with Varnado. Now Ram, stripped of the ball by Swant. Back comes Simon Fraser off the steal. Swant gives it to Jones, looks inside to Jackson, spin move to the in middle, misses, grabs her own rebound, and the Clan resets. Oh, a beautiful pass inside by Drynan to Vanderhelm, who couldn't convert. Great court vision there by Taylor Drynan, the sophomore point guard wearing number 5 for Simon Fraser. There's the three ball by Olari. She hits that one. And Simon Fraser out in front, 15-14. The handoff to Jones. Around the outside to Vanderhelm. She'll put up a three and hits it. Simon Fraser is carrying on with its three-point shooting prowess it showed against Hawaii Pacific in its last game, the home opener. There's a drive, a little pull-up jumper, and that's scored by Emma Marigoli. Vanderhelm goes inside to Jackson. She looks, cross-court pass. Jones back inside to Swant, a little dish. She looked for Jackson, and that was intercepted by Veek, and here she comes. As they find the ball on the outside, they go back inside to Veek. Little right-handed jumper misses, and Drynan comes up with the rebound and quickly up the court. Drynan looking to make something happen. Finds a wide open Jones. She'll shoot that, and that is all air. So Jessica Jones, who's a 33% three-point shooter for Simon Fraser, misses on that one. And we will take a break here in the first quarter with Simon Fraser up 18-16.
If I lose, I'll respond with respect.
If I win, I'll back it up with humility.
If I fail, I'll rise up with honor. It's tough for us to put it all on the line.
Don't undo my hard work with poor sportsmanship.
Respect. It's the name of the game.
For me, one word to describe competing for SFU is passion. Because to accomplish anything, you have to work for it. You need to love to work for it. My passion for basketball drives me to dedicate everything I have to it, day in and day out. I am Graham Miller, and I am proud to be on Canada's NCAA men's basketball team.
Welcome back to the West Gym for this afternoon's contest between the California Baptist University Lancers and your Simon Fraser clan. There's a drive by Veek to tie the game at 18. Drynan with the ball. The Swant on the outside. She's got Vanderhelm inside, and she scores that one. Vanderhelm is on fire to start this game. She now has 12 points. Along the outside, Michaela Haxon is in the game for the Lancers. That ball misses, and Simon Fraser comes up with the rebound. Drynan to Kendall Sands, the freshman guard for Simon Fraser. She was 2 for 2 on 3-pointers in her home debut in the last game. So Tia Sang is checking in for Simon Fraser, and Vanderhelm is sitting down with 12 points on the score sheet. She is 3 of 3 from 3-point range. Sands, who attended Castle Park Elementary School. And there's a score by Sang. The Lancers around the outside. Veek drives, runs into Swant, and that's going to be an offensive foul. Clearly Swant had her her feet. Now here we go. There's Veek driving, Swant plants and takes the charge. So earlier I said that Kendall Sands went to elementary school at Castle Park in Port Coquitlam. I stand corrected. Her father was the principal at Castle Park back in the day. There's a 3-point ball, misses by Drynan. And she used to practice at Castle Park. Drynan now drives into the paint, pulls up, back outside. Sang with a 3-pointer. Misses, and the rebound comes down in the hands of Mitchell. Here come the Lancers, guarded by Sands. Along the outside, 3-point ball by Ram, and nothing but net on that one. Again, she is the most dangerous 3-point shooter for Cal Baptist. She is hitting 41%, and that was her first 3-pointer in this game. Driving is Jones. And the foul's called on 31, Emily Schmidt. Her first foul, and Simon Fraser will retain possession. Sands. Jones inside to Jackson, spins inside, and hits that little jumper to give Simon Fraser a 3-point lead. Oh, there's a steal by Jones. She read that midcourt pass, takes it all the way in for a layup, and Jessica Jones, the freshman, read that one like an open book. 5-point lead now, Simon Fraser. Inside is Mitchell against Jackson. Drives, turns, right-handed, offensive foul. As we take a look at the replay, and Jones just read that one all the way and put in the easy layup. So Simon Fraser has some momentum here early in the first quarter of this game. 1 minute to go. A 5-point lead. Jones. Sands drives to her left, pulls up, cross-court Jones, wide open 3. That one misses, and Mitchell comes down with it. Back comes the Lancers. They're on the outside. Number 10 is Dale. She drives, baseline, pull-up jumper, misses, rebound, Jones. And they'll walk the ball up the court, and with 26 seconds on the shot clock and a differential of 2 seconds between the shot clock and the main clock, Simon Fraser will go for last shot and make this a 1-possession remaining quarter. That is the plan. Drynan being guarded by Haxon. 10 seconds. 6 on the shot clock. Sang to Jones. She'll put that one up. Front rim misses. Rebound. Lancers with time running out, and that one misses. So the score after the first quarter is Simon Fraser 26 and Cal Baptist 21. We're going to take a short break, and we'll be back with you in just a moment. You're watching SFU Women's Basketball on Clan TV.
For me, one word to describe competing for SFU is pride, because every year my teammates and I push each other to do more than the year before. The amount of dedication and energy we have invested has propelled us to become a rising force in the NCAA. I am Michelle Waters, and I am proud to be on Canada's NCAA women's golf team.
We're back here in the West Gym. Thanks for joining us here on Clan TV. We've got an afternoon contest between Cal Baptist, who enters the game with a 1-2 record, and Simon Fraser, who is 2-2. SFU out in front, 26-21. There's a drive through the middle, a collision, no whistle, and ball will continue as that non-call brought Coach Langford out of his chair. There's a 3-ball for CBU, and it's rebounded by Swant. Now Simon Fraser, after that first quarter, a couple of things jumped out at me. They're shooting 10 of 21 from the field, and on those 10 field goals, 8 of them have been assists. So Simon Fraser really doing a good job of sharing the ball. The leading scorer for the Clan is Vanderhelm. She has 12 points in 7 minutes, and she's 3 of 3 from three-point range, the only Clan shooter to connect on the 3-ball. For the Lancers, who now are on offense, they are 9 of 15 from the field, and they are 3 of 4 on 3-pointers. So we'll continue as the referee and Langford talk things over. I'm not sure what that conversation was about. Drynan will bring the ball up the court. So we have all the starters into the game for Simon Fraser for the start of the second quarter. A 3-ball by Drynan connects. And Simon Fraser extends its lead to 8 points. Inside to Mitchell. She had great position and got the pass and was able to convert that one quite easily. Again, Mitchell had 25 points in the first meeting between these two teams. By far the most dangerous player for Cal Baptist. Jones on the outside, goes inside for Vanderhelm. That was cut off, and it's Clan ball on the rebound. Vanderhelm, a little fake and drove, but she gets called on the travel. So a turnover for Simon Fraser. Simon Fraser did a great job in the first quarter with just 1 turnover in that entire quarter. Well, the Lancers had 7 turnovers. That was a big difference. That gave Simon Fraser 7 more shots in the quarter. Inside, outside, 3-ball. Misses. Rebound comes down to Jackson. She'll grab it and give it to Drynan quickly up the court. Here comes Simon Fraser. Hand off to Swant. To Jackson. She thinks about it. Yes, she'll put up a 3-ball and nails it. Taylor Jackson left wide open. That's not usually her shot, but thank you very much. I'll take it if you're not going to guard me on the outside. Mitchell inside. Stripped of the ball by Vanderhelm, making things happen at both ends of the court. Lead pass to Swant. Cross court now for Sang. Back to Drynan. Simon Fraser goes inside to Jackson. A little jumper, misses short. And back come the Lancers, number 10, Dale. Pulls up. She'll set up the offense and they'll wait for Mitchell. There's the 3 ball that misses, and there's no rebounders in the key as Mitchell was slow to get back up the court. So Simon Fraser grabs that. The Clan with a 9-point lead here with 7 minutes to play in the first half. Drynan to Swant to Jackson. Simon Fraser along the outside. Swant just inside the 3-pointer line. She'll put it in and nails that bucket. Owari walking the ball up the court. She's got a high screen there. Mitchell rolls. Owari drives and dishes back for a 3-point shot that misses from Marigoli, and Drynan will bring it back for SFU. Gets a high screen and she'll call her own number on that 3-pointer, misses. Rebound goes out of bounds and off a Simon Fraser player. That was Vanderhelm underneath. Now checking back in for Simon Fraser is Kendall Sands. She'll come in for Sophie Swant, and Emily Schmidt will come in for the Lancers, replacing Dale. Owari bringing the ball up the court. To the top, to Mitchell. High screen, she rolls, a 3-pointer from Owari, misses, looping rebound is grabbed by Schmidt. Owari will try again, drives into the paint, dishes. Lexi Ram drives baseline, pulls into the middle, and converts that one. She found a seam in the Clan defense and took advantage of it. Jackson driving, collision, throws up a shot, hits it, and she'll go to the free throw line. So that's 3 fouls on Mitchell. We take a look at the replay as Jackson was able to drive, draw contact, and on the underhand scoop made the basket fall, and she can make it a 3-point play here. Simon Fraser with a 12-point lead. That's the largest lead of the game so far. And that'll enable Simon Fraser to make some substitutions as number 12 Jackson will sit down. And checking in for Simon Fraser is number 14, Juliana Babak. And Juliana is a freshman out of Holy Cross High School. Ram, baseline turnaround, misses, and Sands comes up with the ball. She'll bring it up court, and she'll play the point guard position on this possession. And there's a drive by Babak and a travel, and they're going to call it jump ball. And Juliana Babak is celebrating a birthday here today in the West Gym, and she's brought, it looks like about maybe 250 of her closest friends to cheer her on. Inside to Vanderhelm, foul on the play, as Sang saw her unguarded at the base of the hoop. And Vanderham will go to the free throw line. So she had 12 points in the first quarter. Juliana Babak, as I mentioned, 5'10" freshman from Surrey, and a product of Holy Cross Secondary School. 3-pointer by Ram. She nails it. The Lancers needed that bucket to get back in this contest. Now they're only down by 11 with just under 5 minutes to go. Sang to Sands. Along the outside, Vanderhelm drives into the paint, dishes. Sang fakes, drives baseline, and that's a turnover on the pass. She was looking for Sands, and back come the Lancers. Ram drives. Collision there with 2 players going down, and it looks like it's going to be an offensive foul. And it is indeed an offensive foul. The second foul charge to Ram, and with the score, Simon Fraser 39 and the visiting Cal Baptist Lancers 28. We're going to take a break. You're watching Clan TV from Simon Fraser University.
When I first came to SFU, I thought I knew exactly what I wanted. When I got into my second semester, I suddenly wasn't so sure what I wanted to do anymore. So I started to explore a little bit. Archaeology, communications, history, even kinesiology. And then I decided to go on exchange to France for a year. I was an orientation leader for a year, became a community advisor in residence, helped start a choir, I even took a rowing course. After SFU, I have lots of possibilities of what I could do, but whatever I do, I know I'll be ready for it.
For me, one word to describe competing for SFU is family, because when you become a part of the women's soccer team, you're gaining more than just a group of teammates. These girls become your family, people that you're willing to put everything on the line for. I am Michaela Guerrero, and I'm proud to be on Canada's NCAA women's soccer team.
We're back live at the West Gym, Simon Fraser University. The Clan taking on CBU, California Baptist. Babic drives into the paint, puts up a shot, misses. And Simon Fraser now playing with 3 freshmen on the floor. There's Babic, number 14. We've got Jones. And we've got Kendall Sands, along with Drynan, who's a sophomore, and Swant, who's a junior. Oh, there's a cross-court pass deflected by Drynan. As now Babic will sit down and Sang will come in. She's a sophomore, so Simon Fraser with a very, very young team. And they have a young team on the floor right now. Drynan guarding Owari. Along the outside, the Lancers with possession. And it looks like somebody stepped out of bounds, or the ball went out of bounds. And it's going to be the Lancers' ball. So Varnado will inbound, being guarded by Sang. And there is with the shot clock winding down, they tried a desperation a shot that hit rim, but it was too late. The ball went out of bounds, and Simon Fraser will take over. Drynan, under 4 minutes to go here in the first half. To Sang. Drynan looks to shoot. No, finds Swant wide open. She's not going to take that. She's going to give it back. Simon Fraser has been very, very patient with her offense today and has done a remarkable job of sharing the ball. Inside to Swant, outside to Drynan. 3 ball is blocked. Swant grabs it. 2 seconds on the shot clock. Sands drove, and it was too late. Time ran out, and that is a turnover for Simon Fraser. As I mentioned, the Clan doing a great job of sharing the ball. On their 14 field goals, 10 of them were assisted, and that is outstanding. Inside they go, and a little jumper misses as a foul is called against Jones. So Varnado will go to the line. Varnado with 6 points in the game to this point. She can add to that here. She's 2 of 5 from the field. And her first free throw is good. So California Baptist was 12 of 25 on field goals. So almost shooting 50%. Their problem tonight, this afternoon, has been turnovers, as they have turned the ball over 9 times in the game. Sang to Jones. Drynan to Swant. Wide open Jones. She'll take that shot, misses left short, and that goes out of bounds. So Jones, who has been a pretty good three-point shooter, has airballed a couple of those today. And she is now 0 for 4 from three-point range, but great shooters always believe they're going to make their next shot, so they keep shooting. They have to. That's their role. The Lancers, a 3-ball, goes up, misses, and Jones comes down with it. As Taylor Jackson has checked in, she's wide open in the paint. The ball was a little late coming inside to her, and it's knocked out of bounds by the Lancers. Vanderhelm had a quick rest. Now she's back in for Sang, and also checking in for the Lancers is Caroline Viek, who we saw in the first quarter. Another turnover by Simon Fraser. 39-30 with 2.5 minutes to play here in the first half. We're in the West. A drive into the paint and a block called against Taylor Jackson, who is late getting her feet planted. And Ram will go to the free throw line. So these will be the first free throws for Ram, who is 3 of 5 from the field and 2 of 3 from three-point range. As I mentioned, Ram is averaging 16 points a game for the Lancers and shooting 41% from three-point range. Now in the first game between these two teams, she scored 25 points in that game. 39-32 the score. A 7-point lead by Simon Fraser. They led by as many as 12 at one point. Vanderhelm calls her own number, misses left, and the rebound comes down to O'Ari quickly up the court. And there's a turnover there as Emma Marigoli looked for a 3-ball and then drove, and the referees called a travel. So we have a 30-second timeout here on the floor. So we're gonna stay here and take a look at some of our numbers. So Simon Fraser is 14 of 27 from the field. Vanderhelm is leading all scorers with 14 points. Taylor Jackson has 8 points on 3 of 6 shooting. She's also grabbed 2 rebounds, and Sophie Swant has 7 points on 3 of 4 shooting. Those are the leaders for Simon Fraser, and it's Mitchell with 6 points, Ram with 8, and Marigoli with 5 for the Lancers. We've got an off-ball foul in the paint. It looks like it's going to be against Akayla Haxon. That's her first. Simon Fraser will get a new 30 seconds on the shot clock with a minute 44 to play in the first half. Jones. Handoff. Vanderhelm looked for an inside pass to Jackson. It kind of slipped out of her hands as she tried to get a spin on it on the bounce pass, and it goes out of bounds. So Simon Fraser here late in the first half is kind of giving some life to the Lancers with all these turnovers. There's a missed 3-pointer by O'Ari, and the Clan will gladly take that as Drynan comes back up court. Swant at the top, drives, finds some room. Oh, a little inside dish to Jackson, whose defender came over to help, and she was left wide open, and Swant found her on the drive. A beautiful play by Sophie Swant, the junior from Argyle Secondary, enjoying a new role as a starter this year for Simon Fraser as O'Ari drives, misses, and the rebound is knocked over to Drynan. Now with 50 seconds to go in the first half, Jones along the outside to Swant. She's got Jackson in the paint. They'll turn around right-hander. That falls, and Simon Fraser now with an 11-point lead. The Lancers with the ball. O'Ari with 19 seconds on the shot clock. There's the 3-pointer by Viek, and that's good. And now Simon Fraser will come back, and they'll play for last shot as they're virtually identical, the shot clock and the game clock. Drynan drives right, handoff. Vanderhelm cross court to Jones, 3-ball, Boom! Her first of the first half to end this first half of play, and Simon Fraser now leading 46-35 with answers right back with a 3-ball of their own. So Simon Fraser with an 11-point halftime lead, 46-35 here against Cal Baptist. And now we're going to be joined by Nicole Vanderham. Nicole, that was a pretty special first half for you and for the team.
Honestly, we were just playing team basketball. They were hitting me when I was open, and we were kicking it out, just playing good team basketball. So it was good.
Now, you were on fire from the field in the first half. Can you explain it?
My teammates are just hitting me. I'm open, they're just getting me the ball, and I'm just putting it in the basket. So.
And you're a shooter, and you make shots. That's your role.
Yeah.
Do you find you're getting in some kind of a rhythm when they start falling like that?
Yeah, I feel like I've been in a little bit of a slump lately, so it's nice to see them going in a little bit today.
Well, outstanding. Congratulations on that first half and the 11-point lead, and we hope you can continue that in the second half.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us here on Clan TV. So there you have it, Nicole Vanderham. She was on fire from 3-point range and really in the game. And Simon Fraser now has an 11-point lead. Simon Fraser out in front, 46-35, and we'll take a break for halftime here from the West Gym. You're watching Simon Fraser University Women's Basketball on Clan TV.
For me, one word to describe competing for SFU is passion. Because to accomplish anything, you have to work for it. You need to love to work for it. My passion for basketball drives me to dedicate everything I have to it, day in and day out. I am Graham Miller, and I am proud to be on Canada's NCAA men's basketball team.
Hi, I'm Tessa May.
I'm Kat Dalgay. I'm Angelica Kilberg, and we're on the women's volleyball team.
Today we're going to be teaching 2 men's wrestlers and 2 women's golfers how to play volleyball.
How I think I'm going to do? Probably really bad, because I've never played volleyball. But Tao's going to do pretty good.
No, we're going to kill it.
I think Laura's going to do great today.
I think we're both going to do pretty bad. Golf is very different from volleyball.
Yep.
Okay,
This could take a while. Summoning some wrestling power here.
Oh.
Oh. Nope.
Oh, yes.
That's it. Oh, come on. Be the ball. No, move into it. Yeah.
Put all of your muscles into it.
I don't got very many.
Yes. Oh.
Oops. Come on, run faster. No!
Oh. Wow, this ball is light.
Yes!
Oh.
Yeah! In!
Oh no!
Getting there, getting there. Okay, wait, I'm gonna get one over. Okay. This is the one, I feel it. Yeah! High five.
We're gonna move on to some defense now. The most important thing about defense is effort. Just run for anything, go for everything.
Face Tessa. There you go.
I don't have knee pads.
Oh.
Oh.
That's our side, your side.
Whoops, sorry.
Oh no, I'm not getting that.
Oh.
Oh yeah. The jump and bump, love it. Okay.
Oh.
Oh.
He's on my side.
That's great. All right, no, I'm done.
So much more cardio than golf.
Then 1, 2, 3.
Okay. No. Nope. Boom. Boom. Oh.
Whoops. Sorry.
So like right here? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, one more.
Okay.
All right. I'm out.
Oh, that was really high. Oh no. I'm out of breath.
Oh.
Yep.
Oh.
Oh.
My bad.
Oh, tie game. All right, let's go team. Yeah. Oh.
Hey.
Yeah.
Oh.
Nice. All right, that's good. Good game. Good game. Good game.
So everyone's serving looked really good. I thought digging to start off with was pretty rough, but you know our effort was there. We went for every ball mostly, and I think Morgan gets number 1 for digging.
Their swinging was actually a lot better than I thought. They picked up the footwork really easily. Couple goofy footers, but it's pretty good.
Thanks for having us. Thanks for watching. SFU on 2, 1, 2. SFU.
If I lose, I'll respond with respect.
If I win, I'll back it up with humility.
If I fail, I'll rise up with honor.
It's tough for us to put it all on the line.
Don't undo my hard work with poor sportsmanship.
Respect. It's the name of the game.
To me, one word to describe competing for SFU is determination, because I am surrounded by teammates who face adversity but persevere to achieve success. That persistence motivates and drives me to better myself on and off the mat. I am Peyton Smith, and I am proud to be on the SFU women's wrestling team.
For me, one word to describe competing for SFU is pride, because every year my teammates and I push each other to do more than the year before. The amount of dedication and energy we have invested has propelled us to become a rising force in the NCAA. I am Michelle Waters, and I am proud to be on Canada's NCAA women's golf team.
From court to court and lane to lane, under the lights or under the sun, no one delivers Division II sports like NCAA.com. The center of D2 is inside the NCAA.com hub, with exclusive highlights of every sport and live broadcasts of every Division II championship found nowhere else. Make NCAA.com yours, the home of Division II college sports.
One word to describe competing for SFU is tradition.
My word is success.
Determination.
Experience.
Inspiring.
One word to describe competing for SFU is excellence.
It is family.
Passion.
My word is pride.
Opportunity.
My word is patriotic.
I am Sophie Swan.
I am Adam Jones.
I am Peyton Smith.
I am Justin Guerin.
I am Victoria Saunders.
I am Braden Charlton.
I am Michaela Guerrero.
I am Graham Miller.
I am Christine Howlett.
I am Adrian Vanderhelm.
I am Michelle Waters, and we are proud to be on Canada's NCAA team.
We're back here live at the West Gym, Simon Fraser University leading California Baptist 46-35 at the half. I'm joined now by Simon Fraser University assistant coach Jessica Wallace. Jessica, what did you see in the first half that you liked?
Well, I think we're moving the ball extremely well in our offense. Our motion is working well for us. We're getting the ball in, we're getting it back out, we're hitting our shots. That's really exciting to see.
So it looked to me like what you're saying is you're sharing the ball really well today.
Yes, absolutely. We're moving it well. People are coming in and they're fulfilling their roles offensively, and that's really good.
Now, what adjustments do you think you need to make for the second half?
Well, I think we need to continue taking care of the ball. We talked about guarding the three. This team can shoot the ball very well, so we want to make sure that we have handover ball on everything. Don't let them get started from the three at all in the second half.
Now, at one point in the first half, you had 3 freshmen on the floor at the same time. Yeah. That is amazing to be able to give them that kind of experience. What did you like from the freshmen?
I think the freshmen are in a very lucky position. We don't have a very big bench. They're coming in and they're, doing their job. They're sharing the ball and they're getting their minutes and they're learning very quickly, and it's really exciting.
Okay, well, Jess, thanks very much for joining us, and good luck in the second half.
Thanks, Steve.
There you have it, Jessica Wallace, the assistant coach for the Simon Fraser University women's basketball team, as Simon Fraser is enjoying an 11-point lead here. We're about a minute away from the second half, so we'll look at some of the numbers for you. Now Simon Fraser is shooting 17 of 34 from the field, and they are led in scoring by our guest at the end of the first half, Nicole Vanderhelm, with 14 points. She was 1 of 2 on 3-pointers and 4 of 7 from the field. Also in double figures for Simon Fraser was Taylor Jackson with 12 points on 5 of 8 shooting. She also grabbed a couple of rebounds. For Cal Baptist, the only person in double figures was their most dangerous player, Lexi Ram. She's their top scorer, averaging 16 points a game, and she has 10. She was 3 of 5 from the field. And also, Tori Mitchell was 3 of 5 from the field with 6 points and 3 rebounds. So rebounding's about even. Simon Fraser, again, had 13 assists on 17 baskets. And that really jumped out to Coach Jessica Wallace as we're back to live action. The Lancers with possession, and they're down by 11. Ram, little jump shot, makes it, and Simon Fraser comes back with all 5 starters who started the game on the floor. Jones inside to Jackson. Again, she had 12 in the first half. Vanderhelm drives. Drynan back out to Jones. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Now Swant goes baseline. Back out to Jackson. Jones with a long 3, and she makes it. Jessica Jones. That's her second 3-pointer of the game. Gives Simon Fraser a 12-point lead. Ram drives into the paint. Pull up. Misses short, and Swant with a rebound. Back come the Clan quickly. Jones inside to Jackson, a little turnaround miss. Rebound comes out and out of bounds, and they're going to rule it was Jackson who knocked it out of bounds. So it'll be Lancers ball as we take a look at the replay. There's the handoff inside to Jackson, cross court. And there's the 3 ball right there from Jones as she nailed it. That was a long 3 as we're back to live action. Inside to Mitchell, back outside. There's the 3 ball that Jessica Wallace talked about. The Clan have to do a good job of guarding them on the long ball. Jones driving, pulls up and outside. Vanderhelm. Swant drives, a little right-handed floater, and she nails it. So Cal Baptist now trailing by the largest deficit of the game, 14 points. The Lancers were just 13 of 30 from the field in the first half. Go inside to Mitchell, baseline being guarded by Jackson and fouled by Jones as she managed to get around Jackson to the far side. And that's 2 on Jones. And Mitchell will go to the free throw line for the first time in the game and makes her first. And checking in for the Lancers is number 10, Georgia Dale. There's the second shot, and that's good. Drynan drives baseline, kicks it back out to Jackson, to Swant on the 3-point ball. Wide open, it's good. Sophie Swant hits it. Simon Fraser has some momentum going. They have carried it on. Through the halftime break, the Clan now 8 of 17 on 3 balls. Ram back outside, around the horn. Inside to Mitchell, being guarded by Jackson, no foul, she misses. And Simon Fraser's Vanderhelm comes up with it. Looked for a driving Drynan on the right side, and that ball was deflected out of bounds by Dale. And checking in now for CBU is Emily Schmidt. She had limited minutes in the first half. Well, she actually played about 10 minutes. Jackson now. Jones on the drive. Double team. Miss, short. Jackson with a rebound and the right-handed lay-in. And Cal Baptist has seen enough. Their coach says, we better call a timeout before this thing gets away from us. Jared Olson, the coach of CBU. And with that, we will also take a break. Simon Fraser is leading CBU 56-39 here in the West Gym. You're watching SFU Women's Basketball on Clan TV.
To me, one word to describe competing for SFU is inspiring, because every day I get to train alongside some of the best athletes from different teams. Their accomplishments push me to work hard so I can leave a legacy on my program. I'm Christine Howlett, and I'm proud to be on Canada's NCAA volleyball team.
From court and lane to lane, under the lights or under the sun, no one delivers Division II sports like NCAA.com. The center of D2 is inside the NCAA.com hub, with exclusive highlights of every sport and live broadcasts of every Division II championship found nowhere else. Make NCAA.com yours, the home of Division II college sports.
And we are back live in the West Gym. California Baptist University visiting here in a rare noon tip-off here in the West Gym. SFU women 2-2 on the season against CBU, who are 1-2, and the two teams met once earlier in the year in California, and Simon Fraser won that one 78-68. The Clan enjoying a big lead here in the third quarter. They're up 56-39. Vanderhelm inside to Jackson. She now has 16 points to lead all scorers. As Vanderhelm found her, she was able to get position against her check. Dale drives into the paint, puts up a left-hander, misses. Rebound Jones, the freshman out of McMath. She falls and scoops the ball over to Drynan, and the Clan gets out of trouble. Jackson with position in the paint, goes inside, outside now. Swant around the horn. Jones with a three ball misses, and Vanderhelm called for the over the back, looking for that rebound, as Tia Sang will check in for Jones. Sang in her second season with SFU out of Richmond's McRoberts. So McRoberts and McMath rivals in high school basketball. But here, Jones and Sang are teammates. Dale gives it inside. Oh, a nice little spin move from 34, Emma Madsen. Simon Fraser right back with a three from Nicole Vanderhelm. And the Lancers call timeout again. This game is getting away from them as Simon Fraser is nailing its three-point shots. So the SFU Spirit Shop has SFU branded clothing and merchandise and is proud to support SFU athletics. It is located at the Burnaby Mountain campus in the Maggie Benson Center. Pick up your SFU athletics swag today. Charter Bus Lines is also the official motor coach of SFU athletics, and it's proud to support SFU football and all Clan teams. Charter is dedicated to providing safe and comfortable transportation to your games throughout the Pacific Northwest. Visit them at charterbuslines.com. So Simon Fraser University up 61-39. Taylor Jackson has scored, I believe she is up to 18 points in this game. Check that, I think she's up to 14 points. And she has been on fire here to start the third quarter. We're about halfway through. Simon Fraser hitting over 50% from the field in this game. And that is a large reason why they are out in front by 22 points. So it looks like the officials have sorted things out after that timeout. And we will get play underway. Dale drives, spins, pulls back and puts one up, misses. Swant grabs a rebound and gets hammered underneath. And the foul is going to go against number 34, Emma Madsen. That would be a loose ball foul. So it looks like the Lancers are changing things up. On the defensive side, they're coming with some full court pressure. Swant dribbles up the middle and through the traffic and finds a Sang on the outside to set up the offense with Kendall Sands now into the game, the freshman. Sands is out of Here we go. The Lancers driving. Dale misses in the paint. She's fouled. So Sands is out of Charles Best in Coquitlam. So the blocking foul is going to go against Taylor Jackson. Dale with a shot, foot on the three-point line. That would have been a 2, it missed. And Vanderhelm comes up with it and gives it to Sands, the freshman. Handoff, Vanderhelm. She's a tough matchup, Vanderhelm. She's long, she's quick, and she can shoot. And 34, Emma Madsen had to take the foul there as Vanderhelm drove. So Carolyn Veek and Taylor Jackson underneath her, going at it a little bit in the official. Oh, there's another 3-ball by Jackson. She misses. Her first in the first half, she hit. And there's Veek and Jackson again, and Veek takes a pushing foul way away from the play out at the 3-point line, and her coach will not be happy with that. And Madsen will come out of the game. And Simon Fraser with the ball in offense and the lead comfortably. Inside, Kendall Sands with a nice backdoor cut. And Swant saw her. Simon Fraser, we cannot say enough about how well they are sharing the ball today. Rebound off the miss is Swant. And she'll bring it right up the court. She's got Sang on the left, and she gives it to her. Sang looks 3 and keeps it going, keeps the ball rotating. Sands, bit of a motion offense here. High screen, Swant inside and finds Sang, kicks it out to Sands for a 3, misses, and the rebound comes down in the hands of Caroline Veek. And there's a scramble at midcourt and a jump ball with the possession arrow pointing in favor of the Lancers. Check that, Clan. As we check out the replay there, Kendall Sands underneath, a great backdoor cut. CBU coming with a little bit more aggressive defense now. Vanderhelm finds Jackson inside, and Veek is called with a foul as he tried to get defensive position against Jackson. And Veek with 3 fouls is going to take a seat here in the third quarter with 3 minutes to go, and Mitchell's coming back in. Inside ball looking for Vanderhelm, was knocked out of bounds by O'Ari. Swant on the outside now. Vanderhelm drives, looks for a cross-court underneath pass that is picked off by Dale, and she's going to take it coast to coast, drives, looked for somebody underneath. It was Mitchell, and Swant stepped in front of that for the steal. Vanderhelm being guarded by number 31, Emily Schmidt. Ball's deflected back over midcourt, and Sang now will reset the Clan offense with 15 seconds on the shot clock. And there's a basket from Sang and a foul, so she'll go to the free throw line. We're going to take a look at the replay. There's the ball getting knocked back over midcourt, and Sang bringing it back. Little crossover move into the paint. Throws up the underhand lay-in and goes to the line. And Sang will now get a rest for Simon Fraser. So Jones is back into the game. Vanderhelm, Swant, Jackson, and Kendall Sands the others. Dale, three-pointer, misses short. Jones with the rebound. Jackson underneath against Mitchell. Turns. Oh, a little double move there. She went baseline back inside and misses on the left-hander. Mitchell with the rebound. Dale. Little spin move in the paint. Misses. And she gets her own rebound, does it, Kayla Haxon. And she gets fouled underneath and will go to the line. So the foul is going against Jones. So Kayla Haxon at the line. Drynan back in for SFU. Here comes a little full court pressure. Let's see if Simon Fraser can break this. Drynan does quite easily up the court. She dribbles it, looking for Jackson cutting, and it goes deflected off a foot and out of bounds. Vanderhelm to inbound. Cross court now in the corner. Taylor Jackson drives into the paint, loses the ball, and it goes off of. Referees are trying to decide. It looks like it off a Lancer player, and it'll be SFU ball. Drynan being guarded by Haxon. Shot clock winding down. 5, 4. Swant now in the corner. She's got to get a shot off. She does. Misses. Hits the side of the backboard, and the shot clock expires. That's the second time in the game that Simon Fraser has had the shot clock run out on it. So good defense from the Lancers. Down 66-41. Mitchell into the paint, puts her shoulder down and moves Jackson and is able to put up the shot, a little hook shot. A 23-point difference in this game. As we're down now under a minute to go in the third quarter. Vanderhelm stripped of the ball by Haxon, and she gives it to Harari. As here come the Lancers. Little spark. Dale travels on the three-point line as she went to fake the shot and drive. So now 45 seconds to go in the quarter. Vanderhelm inside to Jackson. Little baseline hook, misses. And the ball comes down in the hands of Dale, who quickly comes up the court. Now let's take a look. We have, it looks like about a 5-second differential between the game clock and the shot clock. So the Lancers will let the clock wind down. That's Owari, drives right side. Little floater misses. Swant with the rebound, quickly out to Drynan with 6 seconds. 4, 3, back out to Jackson, puts up a 3, off the backboard and in. She shocked herself on that shot. Dayla Jackson, her second three-pointer of the game, gives Simon Fraser a 69-43 lead, and she can't believe it. As we take a look at the replay there, Jackson off glass and hits it. So the score 69-43, SFU comfortably out in front. We'll take a break. You're watching SFU Women's Basketball on Clan TV.
To me, one word to describe competing for SFU is determination, because I am surrounded by teammates who face adversity but persevere to achieve success. That persistence motivates and drives me to better myself on and off the mat. I am Peyton Smith, and I am proud to be on the SFU women's wrestling team.
We are back live in the West Gym. There's the three-pointer to end the third quarter when Taylor Jackson shocked herself. She leads all scorers with 19 points in this game as Mitchell misses on a little jumper. So at the end of the third quarter, Jackson had 19 points, Vanderhelm 17, and Sophie Swant with 12. And Simon Fraser had out-rebounded the Lancers by 8. Drynan at the top, 3 seconds on the shot clock, gives it to Jackson, who misses. Not the shot Jackson wants to be taking on a consistent basis. She wants to be more inside, closer to the hoop. And Mitchell scores in the paint. Mitchell now with 12 points in the game. She's tied with Ram with 12 points on the turnover. O'Ari up court, and she is fouled by Swant. Swant with 2 personal fouls. Sang is checking in, and Sands will have a rest. Today's game is live streamed in HD, and you can watch it at athletics.sfu.ca/live, and it's also available on demand at athletics.sfu.ca/on-demand. Drynan under pressure by 2 players, double team, gives it into Swant, wide open is Vanderhelm with the 3-ball, misses long, Sang going up for it, along with Dale, and it's off Sang and out of bounds. So this game, Simon Fraser had a 26-21 lead after the first quarter on the 3-ball by O'Ari, and they'll come back with the pressure. Simon Fraser led at the half, 46-35 and 69-43 after the third quarter. So we have a timeout on the floor. There's a 30-second timeout that's getting stretched into a full timeout, so we'll take a break as well. You're watching SFU women's basketball on Clan TV.
Mental illness is something anyone can suffer from.
It isn't a choice or a weakness, and you can't just snap out of it.
But with support, we can make each other better.
Check in and care for your friends, teammates, or colleagues, and be a good listener for them.
Ask them how they are doing and if you can do anything to help.
It begins the crucial first step of decreasing the stigma so that we can open up a conversation.
Educate yourself about mental health
and help break down the myths and stereotypes.
Together, we can shape the dialogue about mental health within our community.
Welcome back to the West Gym. We hope you're enjoying SFU women's basketball on Clan TV. Here comes the full court press and the double team by the Lancers out of the timeout. O'Ari strips the ball of Drynan, and the Lancers down by 19 may have some life. Nope, the turnover there, and Drynan comes back, gets it over midcourt, and Simon Fraser can now set up the offense. So Simon Fraser's largest lead in this game was 26 points, largely based on an amazing third quarter in which Simon Fraser outscored Cal Baptist 23 to 8. So if the Lancers look back at the game film, that will be the quarter that did them in. Simon Fraser led by 5 points after 1, 11 points at the half, and 26 points after 3 quarters. The lead now is 19. SFU up 69-50. Cross-court pass, Owari puts up a 3, short, rebound Swant, and it goes out of bounds on the foul against number 31, Emily Schmidt. Here comes the pressure, Drynan on the press bait. She tries to put the ball into the middle to Jackson. Jackson turned it over as the ball was intercepted and she drew the foul. Mitchell now goes baseline, puts her shoulder down to make some room, kicks it back out for a 3 that misses. Long rebound corralled by Owari as the Lancers looking for another 3 from Dale, misses. Vanderhelm comes up with it to Drynan over midcourt. 7 minutes to go in the game. Swant to Vanderhelm. To Sang on the outside, 3 ball, misses, rebound. Comes down to Akayla Jackson, and Swant fouls her going for the ball. That is 4 fouls on Sophie Swant. So Jessica Jones will replace her on the floor. Simon Fraser has 4 of its 5 starters still in the game as the Lancers are trying to get back into this one. Owari drives into the paint, misses. Jackson with the board. High screen, Vanderhelm shoots at the elbow, misses, and Mitchell comes down with it. Owari, her pass is deflected by Jackson. But Haxon did retrieve it, put up a shot, and there was a foul called. As we take a look at the replay. So it looks like Haxon is going to be at the line. Must have been a blocking foul that was called while we were watching that replay. "19-point SFU lead. The largest lead in the game was 26 after 3 quarters. Oh, cross-court pass by Drynan, almost intercepted. Simon Fraser manages to get out of their end of the court and over midcourt to get the offense going. Jones drives. She's blocked by Haxon on the drive. So Simon Fraser is going to need to work on their press break. It has given them some trouble in this 4th quarter with under 6 minutes to go now. Owari, oh, a nice little curl pass to Mitchell, and here comes the press again. And Simon Fraser, coach Bruce Langford, has seen enough. He's going to go over the press break one more time with his 30-second timeout. Just want to remind you that varsityletters.ca with Howard Samura is the most trusted source for high school and university sports news in BC. Visit the website today for news, in-depth interviews, stories, and much, much more. Howard Samura, the longtime province sports reporter, now with his own website, varsityletters.ca. Clan TV will be back on the air tonight. It is SFU Volleyball honors its 2 outgoing seniors, Madison Power and Christine Howlett, on senior night. That's tonight when SFU hosts Northwest Nazarene Nighthawks with first serve at 7 p.m. and the pregame ceremony will take place shortly before that. We hope you join us here on Clan TV for that game as well. Simon Fraser manages to get the ball up over half court. And now with 14 seconds on the shot clock, we're going to have an official's timeout. It looks like there's blood on the player of Akela Haxon, and so the official has to call stoppage there as that gets cleaned up. So I believe there's 20 seconds for CBU to take care of that before they'll have to call a timeout or sub the player. Looking forward to the SFU women's volleyball team hosting Northwest Nazarene, where they're one of the top teams in the West region. And Simon Fraser is currently 14-13 overall and 11-8 in the Great Northwest Athletic Conference. As we're back to action here in the women's basketball game. There's Jones, top of the key with 8 seconds. Gives the ball to Drynan with 3 seconds. She drives. They're gonna have to put up a shot. They do, misses. And Vanderhelm put up a scramble shot just as time expired. So here come the Lancers. They are down by 16 points. So they've whittled this 26-point lead down to 16 here in the fourth quarter. That 3-ball misses. Rebound Vanderhelm. Under pressure now, being guarded by Owari for Drynan. Under 5 minutes to play. Simon Fraser's offense has gone cold. It stalled a little bit here in the fourth quarter, and that has enabled the Lancers to get back into this game. Jackson with a little turnaround spin move, and she manages to hit the bucket as she's getting fouled. So Tori Mitchell with the foul. Jackson at the line. As we take a look at the replay and that little spin and the contact underneath. Jackson, who has hit 2 3-pointers in this game, surprising herself with those shots, makes the free throw. And there's Mitchell putting her shoulder down and drawing her 5th foul. We've seen that throughout the game where Mitchell puts the shoulder down, drives against Jackson, and that time she drew the foul, her 5th of the game. So she will have to leave. And the press is coming here again. Drynan now being guarded and fouled by Owari. Sorry, that's not Owari, that is Haxon. Akela Haxon. Owari is number 3. Ani Olata Owari. Pressure, Vanderhelm with her dribble to Jones. The trap came, but it was late. They kick the ball back out and let some clock run down. Jones inside to Jackson. And looks like Jackson is charged with a foul for pushing using the arm. That's 3 on Jackson. With 4:09 to go in this one. A large number of fans from the Burnaby Eagles Youth Basketball Club attending this game. There's a 3-ball by Dale, misses. Vanderhelm with the rebound. Youth basketball teams, special groups can come with group rates to SFU Clan games. Your group of 10 or more can get into the game for half price, and that is $5 for adults, $2 for youth, seniors, students. Dryden drives in. Jackson puts up a scramble shot as she's being fouled and the shot clock winding down. And of course there is free parking at all SFU varsity athletics events. Use the Varsity 1 code when you park your car at the parking meter in the West Mall Parkade. Jackson misses on that first free throw. Just a reminder, this game is live streamed in HD and you can watch it at athletics.sfu.ca/live. You can also watch the games on demand at athletics.sfu.ca/on-demand. So the margin is now 20 as this game winds down to completion. Lexi Ram misses her shot. And Dryden brings it up. So the Lancers are relaxing their press a little bit here. Oh, and stripped of the ball is Jessica Jones by Dale. She drives against Dryden, who lets her go. And now the pressure is coming again off that layup. Swant finds Jackson up the court in the paint. A little baseline spin, misses, short. And Haxon comes up with it, and back quickly come the Lancers all the way through the court with an easy layup. And just when we thought this game was out of reach, here they come. CBU with the pressure to Swant up the court. Vanderhelm now with 2.5 minutes to play, 73-57 the score. CBU coach Jared Olson imploring his team not to foul to close this margin. It is 16 points, the deficit. 2 minutes and 14 seconds to play. It may be a little too late and a little too big a lead for Cal Baptist to get back in this one. Dryden charged with her second foul, and that'll put Owari at the line. And Tia Sang getting ready to come in for SFU. Owari's free throw misses. And it looks like Jackson is going to sit down. But makes the second. So here comes the pressure. Dryden to Swan off her leg, and she scrambles with it. Dryden up the court, throws it, looking for Vanderhelm, intercepted, and Haxon is going for the layup, and Swant getting back with the block and knocks that out of bounds. As we take a look at the replay, there's Dryden's pass there, intercepted, and here they come. And watch Swant coming across from the other side, gets her left hand on the ball to knock it out of bounds. Little spin roll there from the Lancers number 31, Emily Schmidt, and she's fouled by Sophie Swant. And that is Swant's 5th personal foul. And that will be the end of her afternoon as the freshman Kendall Sands comes in. Sands out of Charles Best in Coquitlam. She scored 10 points in her home debut against Hawaii Pacific. Simon Fraser lost that game, but Sands was 2 of 2 from 3-point line. It was a pretty good pretty good debut for her on home court. (73-59) with 1:46 to play in this game. Vanderhelm will inbound, finds Drynan, the point guard. Double team comes, but they're calling a foot foul, or sorry, a foot ball kicked out of bounds with 26 seconds on the shot clock. Here comes the pressure. SFU will have an inbounds play here to Vanderhelm up the sideline, into the middle. She'll hold on to the ball, give it to Drynan. Being guarded by O'Ari. Now Jones along the outside, they'll dribble. And she is fouled by 31 Schmidt on the outside, so Jones will go to the free throw line. So Jones for the year is shooting 55% from the free throw line, so she'll have to work on that and get that number up into the 70s or even into the 80s. She's a pretty good shooter, so no reason why her free throws can't follow as well. 1:25 to play, 75-60 the score. Drynan fouled Lexi Ram on that possession, and Ram will shoot free throws. Her first misses. Coming into the game for Simon Fraser is the birthday girl, Juliana Babbitt. She gets a cheer from her teammates. Babbitt is the freshman from Holy Cross, getting her taste of a pressure here in NCAA. Jones stripped of the ball and looking for Babbitt. Here's the three ball by O'Ari, misses. Now we're under a minute to play. Jones brings it up court to Drynan. Sands drives as O'Ari ran into her. Sands makes her first free throw. And her second. She's pretty good free throw shooter for Simon Fraser. 42 seconds to play. O'Ari drives, kicks to the free ball for Haxon. Short again. Rebound is CBU, and they're looking for another three ball. Drives for a lay-in. And the 2 points brings the score to 77-63. Under pressure, Drynan throws to Vanderhelm. She gets it over midcourt. Here comes a double team, but a foul's called before that. And Emily Schmidt, with her 5th personal foul, she'll be replaced by Emma Madsen with 21 seconds to go. So Simon Fraser is going to move to 3-2 on the season after a win here. All those non-conference games as Simon Fraser prepares for the Great Northwest athletic season. The Clan has one more non-conference game at home. That's November 22nd, a 4 p.m. tip-off against Academy of Art. That will be the final game before the start of the Great Northwest Athletic Conference season, and that season will start on November 28th against rival Western Washington in the new Sam Carver Gymnasium down in Bellingham. But here today in the West Gym, we have a final. Simon Fraser has held on, and they have walloped Cal Baptist 79-65 here in the West Gym to improve their record to 3-2. SFU got outstanding performances from multiple players, as Taylor Jackson had an exceptional game here this afternoon, along with Nicole Vanderhelm. They were the leaders on the scoreboard for Clan, along with Sophie Swant. Just a reminder, the upcoming games tonight here in the West Gym, the SFU women's volleyball team will take on Northwest Nazarene on seniors night. It is the last game for the volleyball Clan. The game here in the West Gym at 7 p.m. will also be streamed in HD here on Clan TV at athletics.sfu.ca/live. On behalf of our executive producer, Gabe Lynn, and our entire crew here in the West Gym, thank you for joining us for this afternoon's contest, and we hope to see you again soon, either here in the West Gym live and in person or on Clan TV. Good night, good afternoon actually, from the West Gym.